You just want to introduce Shrek, don't you? I respect that move. But you have to do it in a Scottish accent. I'm so dead serious about that.
That's fine. No, I have to practice my Scottish accent for the next 24 hours. Fuck me.
It's one of my favorite ones. It's the most fun to dick around with.
Yeah.
So it is me?
Yeah.
Right. Ready? Alright. This is TNC Movie Nights. I'm happy because we just decided that he has to introduce the review in a Scottish accent, and now it's on the show. So there's no backing out of that. Did that on purpose,
You think
buddy.
I'm leaving that in there? That's funny.
Oh, man. That's all right. It'll make the bloopers.
Yeah, fair.
This week, we're starting off a new month, so that means that we're going to catch you guys up on some news. And there was a lot of it, including even just today. And, Jesus, this whole month. Brandon, where would you like to start?
No, movies. Marvel?
Good idea. Oh, we got a
Let's
lot of news on there.
Yeah, so much Marvel to talk about. So might as well start there. But let's start with the newest trailer that we got last month.
Okay. The newest one? The one that, like, dropped today? Is that the one you're talking about?
It's not what I was talking about.
Oh. Well, then, go for it, buddy.
What trailer came out today?
Today was the... Alright, I guess we're doing this then. Today was the Marvel Phase 4 release dates and promo reel. So we got to see all of the names there. We got to see all of the release dates. And I somehow didn't have those up. Jump cut because we had to find all the information. So anyway, we have Black Widow coming out July 9th. Then we have Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings coming out September 3rd. That full trailer also dropped fairly recently. We have The Eternals November 5th, 2021. So those are the three to expect this year. Oh wait, and a fourth one, Spider-Man No Way Home, December 17th. Another bit of information with that one. Alfred Molina has officially confirmed that he is reprising his role as Doc Ock for that. So something that we all kind of knew but hadn't been officially confirmed until this month. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness kicks off 2022 on March 25th. Happy birthday, Sahara. Thor Love and Thunder, May 6th, 2022. Wakanda Forever, Black Panther follow-up, July 8th, 2022. The Marvels, November 11th, 2022. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumanium, February 17th, 2023. That kicks off the third year of Phase 4. Followed by Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 3, May 5th, 2023. And then we have an unscheduled project, which would be Fantastic Four, which they did hint at in the reel that released today for us, because that's when we're recording it. We saw a big 4 at the end of there. There's also rumors of some X-Men action, but we don't have any confirmation on that. We don't have any even confirmed rumors like we had with the Fantastic Four logo showing up at the end of the reel. So, a lot of dates, a lot of movies. Brandon, how you feeling about Phase 4?
It's going to be a really weird phase. This is going to be one of those phases that might be kind of a... I don't fully want to say like a lull, but it's definitely, I feel like, a little bit more of a transitioning phase. Where Phase 3 was a lot of, it was the climax. Phase 2 kind of felt like a transitional phase. We had, I think, Ant-Man in there, Guardians of the Galaxy 2. A lot of movies that didn't do a whole lot for the long, like the long game or the end game. I hate myself of everything. But it was just a lot of like, hey, here's more stories about the characters you already know. And that's kind of what this is. And introducing new characters. We're getting some more Black Widow. We're getting some more Doctor Strange. We're getting some more Thor and Spider-Man and Black Panther, Captain Marvel, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Then we're getting a little new stuff with Eternals and Shang-Chi. So it's a lot of this is where the characters are, this is where they're at, rather than, Avengers movie and a second part of an Avengers movie or a team-up movie and another team-up movie outside of, just Ant-Man and the Wasp type of team-ups. Or, the Eternals is a little bit of a team-up, but I'm more saying like the full Avengers ensemble. So, fingers crossed. I mean, Marvel has hit it out of the park. I'd probably say 9 out of 10 times for each of their movies. There's a couple ones that are, bad here and there, or just don't hold up to what you want them to be.
Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3. Some people, for me, Captain Marvel. So we'll definitely have to see what this phase is. I'm a little nervous myself because in this phase, I'll be honest, the only ones I'm really excited for, like truly excited. I mean, I'll see anything Marvel, of course. I'm more of like the superhero guy in this. Spider-Man, Doctor Strange.
Those are the 2 big ones we always talk about, changing stuff up.
Yeah, and like that's kind of it. Because Black Widow I'm nervous about because it's been waiting so long now for this movie. I'm worried it's going to hit one of those developmental hell kind of things because there was so much extra time. Maybe they messed with the movie too much. Shang-Chi, one of those newer characters you don't know a whole lot about. Same with Eternals. They could be great though, just like Guardians blew us away. Thor Love and Thunder I think will be kind of a transitional phase for Thor. So I don't know.
Still Taika though. Still psyched because it's Taika Waititi still.
Yeah.
He rocked Ragnarok, and I'm excited to see what he does with another chance.
Which is definitely fair, and that is something to really look forward to for it. Black Panther, I don't know. It's going to be so tough. It's going to be one of those movies that we're going to be like, why did they do this? Like, we all kind of were okay with, like, the end of everything that happened and just moving on, getting past that, and it sucks. And I hope that's not what happens with this movie. I hope this is exactly what we needed. This is like a great tribute. This is the great movement to the Black Panther franchise. And because we need the character, very important character in the franchise right now.
For sure.
And then for me, it's like, that one scares me. Thor Love and Thunder scares me. Captain Marvel, I didn't like the first one. That one scares me. Guardians 3, not, because that one's not going to be, oh my goodness, what's his name? The guy who's doing Suicide Squad 2. James Gunn.
James Gunn?
Yeah, because it's not going to be James Gunn. I'm
okay.
pretty sure it's not. I want to go ahead and check now. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it's James Gunn, so it's going to be a whole new director. Oh, wait, no, it is apparently James Gunn. Okay, they did bring him back, because I remember there was a whole, he was gone, he was back, and then he was gone, but I guess officially he is back. So, okay, more excited about that one. And Fantastic Four is Fantastic Four. I mean, it's kind of like the bad side of like what Spider-Man was. The first set of Spider-Man movies, it was really good. It was great. Third one kind of sucked. The second set of them was like, it was good. It was fun. The second one kind of sucked, but at least there was some good in there. The old Fantastic Four movies with Chris Evans, like they're a little fun here and there, but they're not.
They are.
Yeah, they're not great movies, but for the times they were still kind of fun. I can look back and be like, you know what, that was enjoyable. The second attempt sucked. It was terrible. Nothing good about it other than Michael B. Jordan was casted in the film. That was really it. And that's what's kind of scary about Fantastic Four. I'm a huge fan of Fantastic Four. I think growing up, they're one of my favorite groups. The Thing was one of my favorites. So I'm going to kind of end my ranting there, but just a lot of scary stuff coming up for Phase 4. It could just knock me out of the park. It could just knock out of the park, blow me away. So fingers crossed. I hope so.
See, everything you said there makes perfect sense, and I follow it perfectly, and normally I would agree with you. However, I completely disagree, because I felt that exact way about Phase 3. I was thinking, they're trying to throw way too much at us. They're doing a 2-parter and a Doctor Strange introduction, a Captain Marvel introduction, a Black Panther introduction. There's too much going on there to add all of this stuff, and it was so beautifully executed, Jesus, that I just kind of have to be like, you know what? We'll see. I trust the head honchos over there, Kevin Feige and the Russo brothers at Marvel, and I just assume that this will be the same thing where you're sitting there like, man, there's a lot of characters that we're just adding into the fray here. I don't know if I'm gonna like this new look Avenger Squad, which is exactly what I was thinking before. And I love this one more than I love the original Avenger Squad. And so, I'm just kind of surrendering myself to Phase 4 and hoping all goes well. Super stoked about the back-to-back with Spider-Man, what's the new one called? Jesus.
No Way Home.
So many names. No Way Home and Multiverse of Madness, I think those two are going to rock up what we know is the current MCU. Super stoked about all the new guys because I don't know who they are, and they've blown me away with the new guys in the past. So I'm ready. I'm ready. And it's not like DC where I'm ready to be hurt again. So I'm ready to just keep going with this to see where they take it. And it was such a hard end with defeating Thanos and bringing everything back. So it's very interesting to see where this will transition to, because this isn't like we're continuing to build up to that big baddie that we had been waiting for 2 and 3, and this is more sort of that transition after. So it'll be interesting to see who that new the head honcho of the baddies is going to be that we follow through the whole phase. So I'm ready.
Yeah. No, I can definitely understand. I do appreciate that, and there really are only two ways it's going to go. It's either going to be my side of it, where I don't think it's going to suck. I have my reservations for it, and
could be the downhill part.
Yeah, my problem is I just really didn't like Captain Marvel, and just knowing there's more Captain Marvel, not excited. Really, I'm really not. Black Panther, really scared because Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace, he is gone, and that really sucks. And I really don't want them to tarnish the first movie. And Eternals, it's not like Guardians for me, where like I don't know who the Eternals are. I just don't care for the Eternals. So it's like, and that's kind of my thing. Like, I just have 3 things in this phase where I'm just like, I really just don't even want the movie to be made. Not even like where Guardians, like looking at phase 2, Iron Man 3 sucked. Thor: The Dark World sucked. That's fine. Captain America: Winter Soldier was a lot of fun, I thought. Guardians was great. Ant-Man, new character, awesome. And we had Avengers Age of Ultron, which a lot of people think is kind of a miss for all those movies.
But it was one of the best ones.
It's
so
liked
good.
It as well.
Go watch it again if you think it's bad. It's so good.
Oh yeah, I truly love that one a lot with the Maximoff twins. I think they did a great job with it in the whole film. Ultron was a great villain. But yeah, and that's kind of my concern. Like after Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, we have a year and a half, or just a year roughly, of movies I'm just kind of concerned about, other than Ant-Man and the Wasp, just because I love those 2 characters.
That's fair.
It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a good journey. I mean, one of us is going to be 100% right. I mean, I don't think that either of us are really like... I agree with you that I think it's going to be good. I'm just concerned about the journey it's going to take us. And you're just like, this is going to be great because they've proved me wrong every other time, which totally fair. Realistically,
I just have to let them.
Yeah.
I have to wait for the letdown if it ever comes, but I can't expect it anymore.
Yep. And if you ask like, hey, $100, do you think it's good or going to be great or terrible? It's going to be great. Like if I had to bet, I would bet it's going to be great. But I just concerned. So yeah, it's still excited. Totally it's going to be a fun ride.
Also, Marvel is not only doing movies for Phase 4. If you haven't noticed by now, WandaVision was a one-season TV show that they're not going to continue with. It was great. Big fan. But they said that's going to be a one and done. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, you and I have some differing opinions on. I love all of it.
Oh, yeah.
Just without exclusion. And they are saying they want to continue on with that and have a possible second season. And I also heard a really cool fun fact, thanks to Har for this one too, that the spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, just skip like 30 seconds, we'll make this quick. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it. So at the end, the very last episode, when they show you the graphic for Captain America and the Winter Soldier, they're originally going to do Captain America and the White Wolf, but they wanted that impact of Sam being Captain America to be even stronger.
Yeah.
So don't be surprised if season 2 is then considered Captain America and the White Wolf.
Fair.
So just throwing that out there. And then also Loki starts next week, I believe. Or this week, actually.
We have another month.
Are you serious? I thought they were doing the 1 week thing. Like they did between...
So that was kind of the problem. They were originally going to, but the problem was Falcon and Winter Soldier, they just couldn't make it long enough. The pacing was just kind of bad. It was supposed to be like 10, 11 episodes, but it ended up being 6. Just like WandaVision was supposed to be 10, but they only did 9. So it was going to be, from my knowledge, 2 weeks off because they were going to do 10 episodes, and because WandaVision missed an episode, it was going to be a 2-week gap, but it's going to be over, it's 5-week gap now. June 11th.
That sucks.
Yeah.
June all right, well, 11th. Excuse me, I misspoke. So it'll be June 11th, but Marvel apparently already wants 4 seasons of Loki, so that will be interesting. I'm really, really curious to see that, because the Loki that we all got to love was the past Avengers Loki. You know, when his mom dies and he starts feeling bad about things and starts making that turn, and then all culminates into Endgame when he, you know, essentially sacrifices himself to try to stop Thanos. But that Loki is not the Loki that we'll see in Loki. The Loki that we're going to see is the one immediately following the first Avengers. So I'm curious to see how they'll make us like him again, or if they'll show him all that stuff. I don't know. We can go down a rabbit hole for hours about that, but... yeah, so.
I'm sorry. I feel bad whenever I just mention things that might be different. But for what I can see here, the Loki series takes place during Endgame. So when he picks up the yeah,
but that Loki hadn't been through all of the things that the real Loki at the beginning of Endgame went through.
You're saying, okay, like the sacrifice and stuff. Okay.
Yeah, that Loki hadn't lost his mom.
Yeah.
Because that didn't go through Ragnarok.
I see what you're saying now.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I looked it up. Go ahead.
The 2 biggest character turns for him, when he went from likable bad guy to sort of lovable anti-hero, that was when we see the pain that he goes through when he loses his mom, because you know how much he really loved her. And then also pretty much the entirety of Ragnarok, when he's going through all of that, and then them all sort of coming together, and then at the very end when Asgard is kind of destroyed and then creeping up into the beginning of Endgame, that's the Loki that changed Loki. He's now fighting with the good guys. All of that stuff happened after the events of Endgame, when he picked it up, which were the events of the first Avengers. So none of that happened to that Loki. So I'm curious to see, how they're going to have him sort of learn his lesson.
Yeah, it was weird because going through this, it's the Loki TV series will take place post Endgame 2 lines later, and then it goes into during the time heist of Avengers Endgame, when Loki picks up the Tesseract. This is the Loki we're gonna get. So that's where I kind of got lost with it. I started reading. I'm like, uh-oh.
That's 2012 Loki.
Yep, exactly. So all right, cool. So yeah, explaining it for everyone, including myself. But that's the Loki we'll be getting in the show.
Curious to see how they do that. And then one other piece of Marvel news is they are apparently working on Dark Avengers versus Thunderbolts. Do you have any idea what any of those mean, Superhero Boy?
Yeah, for my knowledge, sorry, I don't know why my stuff is not wanting to focus, but Thunderbolts. There's a character I actually really, really like in Thunderbolts. I need to think of his name. The thing I loved about him, no, my goodness, what was his name? It's going to kill me. But yeah, Thunderbolt, the characters in there, Baron Zemo, Thunderbolt Ross.
Zemo's part of the Thunderbolts?
So is U.S. Agent.
Oh, duh, that's what the hell they've... Oh my god, I didn't realize that was the Thunderbolts.
Looks like Ghost from Ant-Man and Wasp, second movie.
Ooh, okay.
Crossbones is going to be in there. There's a lot of potential returning characters. What is the guy I'm thinking of? There's a character in Marvel, and I could have sworn his name might just be Thunderbolt, but I don't think it is. His voice is so powerful that with just a whisper he can blow up cities, and I thought that was a character they're going to bring into this, but maybe I'm...
They already had James Spader voice a character in the Avengers. What are you talking about?
I hate you.
We gotta show love to the voice actors, man, especially when it's James Spader. Oh, that voice. When he says there are no strings on me, man, that gets me every time.
Oh, yeah.
So, there's another thing to look forward to. Dark Avengers versus Thunderbolts. Is there anything specifically Marvel that you want to touch on before we transition to the MK?
Not really, just his name was Black Bolt. I almost had it.
Yeah. Have we talked about him?
That
sounds vaguely familiar.
Think so.
Not on the show, but me and you during the comic book sessions or anything. That sounds vaguely familiar.
We might just like talking about cool powers and stuff like that. Possibly, I've probably brought him up because I love his powers. In all the Marvel stuff, you know, kind of as we've gone through.
Yeah.
I do, again, really excited for anything Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. I really do love those two characters in the universe. And I'm excited for Marvel to surprise me. Because let's be honest, Phase 3, it was great. It was perfect. Outside of the end of Infinity War, there weren't a whole lot of surprises. We knew the journey they were taking us on. It was just how are we going to get there? This is what the hell is going on? Like, what are we doing? I'm assuming it's going to have to do with Skrulls. We'll probably see Secret Invasion. Dark Avengers stuff we'll probably see. So there's a lot of cool things we'll get to see, but, you know, it's what the heck are we going to see is kind of the big question mark. And it's fun. It's definitely fun to kind of see what that journey and ride will be.
I totally agree. I'm excited, and I have no idea what the hell they're going to do. With that, though, as I said, we are going to transition from the Marvel to a familiar topic to us recently, Mortal Kombat. If you saw our review, you know that Brandon and I were both very pleasantly surprised with the Mortal Kombat movie. I even went as far as to say that I loved it. And apparently so did a lot of you guys out there, because they are already confirming that Mortal Kombat 2 is a go. And something that we mentioned on the review, the actor who plays Sub-Zero has already signed on for 4 sequels. So we might get a little MK universe in there too.
Yeah,
it's got to have a universe nowadays.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool to kind of see where they go with it. I've seen a lot of different mentions that the Sub-Zero will be turning into a Noob Saibot. I'm pretty sure is the character he turns into in the game. I can't fully think right now. And that's why he's going to be signing on for 4 more movies, because we'll see him constantly throughout the season. There has been so much stuff. I sent it in the chat the other day. Ryan Reynolds has been having too much fun with this whole Mortal Kombat stuff. He actually got a Mortal Kombat tweet out, and it was Mint Mobile versus Big Wireless, and it was Ryan Reynolds as Johnny Cage winning a fight in Mortal Kombat. So, I mean, I hope, man. Could we imagine just how great it would be that he's like in 2 of the best universes right now, of him being Deadpool in the Marvel universe, and then we also see Ryan Reynolds join as Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat. That'd just be so much fun. He could easily play the role. He's got everything for it. So
I saw some other rumors that there might be a WWE guy who might play Johnny Cage, and some fans wanted that. But man, if they got Ryan Reynolds in there, that would be funny as hell. I know you'd watch it for sure. I think he would do a great job, and quite frankly, I think he would bring some star power to a cast. Not to disrespect them at all, but I don't really think anyone would consider them A-listers. And so I think having someone like that, having the success that you had in the first one, and then sort of taking the second one up a notch by bringing in even more legitimate actors, like someone on the caliber of Ryan Reynolds coming in there, especially at the time he'll probably be hot off of Deadpool 3. It'll just be perfect time at Free Guy and all that stuff. It'll be another round of Ryan Reynolds. Throw in a Mortal Kombat 2. You'll get a ton of people to watch that. They're going to make bang with these movies. Just don't drop the ball and ruin it and try to make your 5th sequel before the second one's even out. All right? Talking to you, Mortal Kombat.
I'll wait. But yeah, there's a lot of really fun stuff that we could talk about with Mortal Kombat, and
You looked like you weren't going to wait.
Yeah, I just, a couple last things. There are a lot of different characters I'd like to see in Mortal Kombat, as we did talk about at the end of the review. I'd love to see Baraka and Ermac. Aaron Black would be really cool to kind of take over that Kano bounty hunter role. And again, there's a lot of fun things they can do. The universe is constantly changing. You know, characters are always dying in the game and then coming back to life one way or another. So it's going to be a lot of good stuff. I mean, I'm excited that they're so confident to have another 4 movies and to have Mortal Kombat 2 already like officially in the works. So that's super exciting. The thing I wanted to bring up real quick to kind of backtrack to Marvel, we didn't have an announcement today for anything Deadpool.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, and I also will mention too, this is in the last 10 hours. Hugh Jackman has been making multiple requests, asking, and a bunch of things to make an appearance in Deadpool 3.
Oh, please. I mean, yes, he already has approval. Like, you think Ryan Reynolds is not gonna have... And I know he's not the director. He's got the pull, alright? If he wants Hugh Jackman in that movie, and if Hugh Jackman wants Hugh Jackman in the movie, Hugh Jackman's gonna be in that movie. They'll make it happen, man. They had freaking Brad Pitt in number 2 as an invisible guy. I mean, like, come on. They got pull. So, if we want that to happen, we want that to happen. It'll happen. Please happen.
It's just, it was kind of weird. We didn't see any hint, rumor, any, number 4 for Fantastic Four. No, just D3 or anything that they could have done, like, something goofy. But,
we also didn't have any X-Men news, so maybe they're going to have that as a sort of separate project.
Yeah.
Oh, I had Hadouken Man out of there.
Hadouken. We're talking Mortal Kombat. We're not talking about Street Fighter. But yeah.
Tomato.
Yeah, fair. We'll see, though. There's, I'm sure there's going to be something that they do reference to it, or we'll just see Deadpool drop in one of the movies. Please be Spider-Man.
That'd be great. I don't think so. If I'm being totally honest, I don't think so. But my God, that would be great. Maybe the other way around, though. Maybe Spidey makes an appearance in Deadpool 3.
Sheesh.
Don't do that.
I had to.
On that note, Brandon, thank you so much for taking us to the end of the show. Actually, let's talk about what we're going to watch tomorrow, because it is, what is it, the 20th or the 25th anniversary of Shrek?
25th.
25th. Jesus, that movie is as old as I am. 25 years of Shrek, and we are going to celebrate it by watching Shrek. We're going to watch the first one, and then Brandon, just in case he edited out of the beginning of the episode, is going to introduce that episode in a full, perfect Scottish accent, and we'll give Brandon some time to practice that. So, before you get your practice session, Brandon, why don't you tell the people they can find us?
All right, glad I can edit anything I want. So... with that being said, you guys can find us real nice and easy, thenerdchambers.com. Find all of our shows on there and the nice little news feed at the top. If you want to get to know more about Alex or myself, check out the Meet the Team section. Anyone else on the Nerd Chambers as well. If you want to contact us, let us know something that's going on, maybe some news we missed, something that you think is cool that maybe we just didn't think about today. Let us know. We could talk about it next episode as well. And if there's a movie you want us guys to review as well, just let us know, and we'll happily review it too. So, that's where you can find us at thenerdchambers.com or any of our social media platforms, TNC, Movie Nights. If you want to support the show, we got merch. These cute little
show
devils.
Hoodie's back.
These cute show little devils. Is back. Got the show hoodie. And that's gonna do it for us today. We will see you for Shrek later this week.